welcome to my garden. Thank you so much for all the messages from my previous videos. It was so much fun to read and stay connected with all of you. It was really nice. So anyway, today we are going to take you to another tour. There are some few really nice things that are open that I'd like to share with you. We had some friends from Colorado. It was really nice. We ended up spending about a week with them, taking them to a few different really cool places around us. Maybe I will have George to pop some of the pictures that we on the screen that we went and got to spend time with our friends there. You know, and we had lots of rain last week. So literally it rained nonstop, which was really nice because I was so busy with our friends. It was really nice that I didn't have to water or anything, and just, you know, I could spend some time with our friends. However, I have lots of weeds, and we also had rain because we also had wind, because it always starts with the wind and then it goes in, and then we have rain after that. So lots of things still need to be cleaned up, and I have some weeds that needs to be weeded, you know, pulled out. But I did cut the grass yesterday. It was really nice. I got some things done, and it looks presentable, I think. But anyway, if you see some of stuff that, you know, like weeds and things, I still need to get to it, that I wasn't able to last weekend. You know, it's just my homeowner's garden and I am only one working. But however, you know, had I spent my time doing all of those things before the video, I would have probably missed out some of the beautiful things that are already in bloom. And we are expecting more rain this afternoon, so I wanted to get ahead and try to at least get you some video of what's going on, and then I'll get to my, you know, regular work like weeding and all those kind of things that needs to be done. Anyway, so let's go this way. So today I'm going to also plant a couple of boxwoods on the edges of this bed, which I, you know, got that about a week or so ago, and I haven't been able to get to it because of the rain and busy with our friends. Also, I have some eggshells here that I usually prepare. I mean, they can be good fertilizer, but I also mostly use them to deter slugs. Because we had so much rain, I see that there are some slug damage around, you know, like the heucheras and around the clematis and stuff. I wanted to go ahead and throw some around to make sure that they stay away. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just put pellets, but I try to do it natural as possible. Okay, so let's start with our, right here by the house, our climbing roses blooming, almost full bloom. We have some buds that's supposed to still, you know, open, but I wanted to show you how beautiful this climbing rose is. Look at the color. This one, you know, it's absolutely stunning, I think, right there, because it's just opening. You can see the full color is really, really beautiful. This is a French climbing rose called Louis de Funès, and this is named after a very famous comedian here in France. And, you know, because originally I'm Armenian, I grew up with his funny movies, and so anyway, I wanted to have one in the garden because I loved him a lot growing up, loved watching his movies. Beautiful, beautiful climbing rose. So that's that. And then let's go this way, because let's go this way first, because I wanted to show you what's going on here. I have a couple of peonies that are open. These are 3 peonies, and one is right here. This gorgeous, gorgeous purple peony. This one opened first time, and when my parents were here visiting, we were together about 4 years ago. We purchased little tiny 3 peonies, and I planted both of them here. It's been a while. So this is the first time bloom that you can see here. And I mean, it's almost fading away because we had rain and weather just really wasn't great, but it still, you know, it still looks good, and I wanted to show you my gorgeous 3 peony here. Then if we go this way, I have a couple of more 3 peonies open, and this one was also purple, beautiful. As you can see, I need to it already finished blooming, which I didn't get to show you this one, unfortunately, because of the weather and being busy with our friends. But anyway, this was absolutely stunning, and you can see the color. You know, it's basically the same as the other one almost, and it's stunning, beautiful. So this one, I have 2 white ones that are opened. Now these were very small ones when I planted several years ago. This is the first year that I have a nice, like at least 2 flowers on them. Last year I didn't have any flowers. Year before maybe I had one. This year I have two, and I did move them out of they were a little bit more tucked into the hydrangeas, so I moved them out a little bit to give them a little more space. Although I notice here that I do after it flowers, I do need to move this a little far back. I planted hosta there, which I probably will bring the hosta here and move this one a little farther on the other side, just because I know they will get really big, and then it will be really crowded for them. So I'll just give them the distance. So here look at this other one. This is absolutely stunning. This is tree peony opened the first time. Look at this color. I can't even describe the color. It's the coral red, fuchsia a little bit, just stunning color. This is my first bloom on this particular tree peony, and I'm so pleased with the color. It's absolutely stunning. And then here you can see clematis are opening. I have one clematis here that's looking really good this year, and this one called Veronica's Choice, and this is a group 2 clematis, and you can see the flower right there. It has a nice pale pastel, kind of purple a little bit with white, and it's beautiful. So I have a few more buds. Hopefully this year is doing really good. It has been moved a few times, so trying to acclimate still, but this year is doing really good. So let's go and see. Oh, here I wanted to show you these pots that we have here. I planted all these little tulips, and I can't remember the name. I have to look up to see the name, but these are this really little variety. Like they're 10 centimeters tall tulips supposed to be. They're actually longer than that, but they got kind of leggy, a little bit longer than what the description said. But they're really small variety of the tulips, and they're just gorgeous. You can see in this pot here, it's blooming everywhere. Look how gorgeous they are. Aren't they so pretty? I really, really like them. These are the little variety, and I love the color on the outside of it. You can see it has a kind of a darker coral stripes on the outside of the outside petals, and it looks so pretty in the pot. Love, love, love this. I didn't think it will open because I planted really late last year, and I was like, maybe they're just not going to open. But this morning I came out and I was like, oh my goodness, they're all open. And I have some of the, we have a whole bunch of tulips opened in this area that I planted last fall. It's looking really nice. I really love how this area turned out. And the ice plants are coming back. They're doing really good. If you can see right here, in this stones or bricks that I planted ice plants, you can see they are already just filling in. I'm hoping for this completely to fill in and take over here, so you can't even see any bare spots. And then we have these beautiful flowers, which will probably flower most of the summer. I think they're really pretty. And of course, Barcella Ethiopiani, I have a bud here, which I'm very pleased about. Hydrangeas are looking really good. They're just really perky. These are the ones that we planted in containers in the acidic soil, and they're doing really good this year. So I'm hoping to see some blue flowers. Yay! Very exciting. So let's go see what's going on the other side. Poet's Wife roses are looking really good. They're already budding. Can't wait. They were just so beautiful last year. So I have another clematis that it's open. I would like to share with you. It's very beautiful. So this lilac is almost fading away. I'm so sad because it smells amazing. Oh, it smells amazing. It's hard even to describe. It's so beautiful. You can smell it everywhere. This year it did really, really well. But I have a clematis here that I wanted to show you. This one called Henry, and this is one of my absolute favorite white variety clematis. If you guys don't have it, I highly, highly recommend this one. And I can put my hand next to it so you can see how big the flowers are. They're really, really big. And they're beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. So this I planted last year. I'm hoping for this to be full flower, hopefully in a couple of years. And the roses are doing really good. I think this one just shoot off last night because I watered it, I took care of it last night, and then this morning it was like, you know, I think they just grew overnight. Lots of them. I have lots of buds. My aphids are coming back. You can see I have some aphids. I've been washing them off, and I had a really good luck just sprinkling and just washing them off. And I didn't spray, which this one I will. I've been cleaning up. I don't have any other places. I check it. You just need to check it all the time. I decided not to spray this year and see how I can control them by just spraying. And honestly, I don't care if they get on other things too much. I just really worry about the roses. I really don't want them on my roses, so I just wash them off. And last year I had really good luck. I was keep spraying, and it's an organic spray, so it's nothing, you know, toxic. But I do have to spray them really late in the evening when all the bees are gone to sleep. So I try not to damage anything else. And I do, but I decided that maybe I should try to this just the washing approach and see how it will work out. But it did work. It did work really well. So this year I think I will probably start ahead of time and try to get on top and just wash them off constantly. We should be fine. So here we have, look at this glorious Japanese maple. This is absolutely gorgeous this year. We planted this Japanese maple last year, and I don't know the variety because on the tag only said that it was a Japanese maple, but it didn't say what variety. It does it started redder, more red color in this spring, and then it's starting to change into a little bit of a reddish green. So, but in the fall it changes the color to bright orange, and it's absolutely stunning. This is a lace variety, but I just don't have the name, unfortunately, to tell you. So, and finally our tulips are coming back, opening. It's looking good. I did not remember planting white tulips here. I don't think I planted white tulips here, but it's still beautiful. It looks like we have more parrot tulips coming up. These are the dark varieties. And you know, they still have to open. You can see I have, you know, lots of buds in here that still needs to open, but the white ones are double and they're looking really good. So we have someone just taking refuge there, which is fine. But they're doing really good and it's beautiful. I can't remember that I planted white, but it looks beautiful. So, well, there it is. Here I thoroughly enjoyed this yellow tulips. I love these yellow tulips. I think next year I have to go ahead and plant more of the lily tulip variety. And this yellow and they stayed such a long time. They've been here probably good 3-4 weeks now, and they're just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So here we have a couple of azaleas. You can see I have an azalea that opened here that's looking really pretty. I think this one is not this might be the indoor variety also that I planted, but it's doing really good. You know, it blooms every year, so I'm just letting him do its thing. Whenever it stops working, I probably will move it. But this deciduous variety of the yellow azalea that we planted last year is one of my favorites. This variety, I think, is just one of my absolutely favorite azaleas because you can see it's starting to bloom already. It's looking really pretty, and they get tall and they get very showy. I love this variety so much. The peonies are doing really good. These are herbaceous peonies. They come back every year, but these ones I usually just take off those little florets because I really like them to concentrate all the energy on a main flower bud, and that way I can have one beautiful flowers and then they will be gone. And this way they also don't get as heavy because they don't have lots of buds, you know, opening at the same time, which is nice. See, I have to come back and remove all of these little florets, side shoots. So, and this called Ball of Beauty, and we will capture them as soon as they open. We will capture them on a video so you can see. Japanese maple is stunning, of course. So now is the iris season, you guys. I have lots of irises coming up. You can see these are mostly, I have German bearded irises. You can see they're very heavily budded. They're getting ready to open very soon. Let's go here. Okay, so here I wanted to show you this rhododendron. I have a beautiful rhododendron, although I am really struggling to keep leaves on them, and I don't understand why. I've been, if you guys have any inputs, please let me know. They're well hydrated, and I am keep giving acidic properties to it, to the soil. I'm also fertilize them really well. So I don't really know what's up with this the rhododendron. You know, I do have a high pH soil, so no matter what you do, sometimes it's just difficult. So I will keep working on it and see if I can, you know, get them eventually to have a nice foliage as well. But it's beautiful. Here, all the black knight tulips are open in these containers. Finally, these are looking really pretty. Roses are doing really good. I have lots of buds on the roses that are coming up. And let's see what's going on here. I have lots of irises. The tree that we planted in my last video, it's looking really good. It's starting to grow. I have more peonies that will open. We have German bearded irises that are getting ready to open as well. There's more here. And we go this way. And this way here, I wanted to show you these beautiful azaleas. So these azaleas did really well for me last year. These are, and I can't remember what variety they are, but the stunning, absolutely stunning color. Look at this. So pleased with them, and they have so many buds that are coming out, so I just need to make sure to give them that acidity to the soil, hopefully keep them going. What else? I have oak leaf hydrangeas are doing really nice here as well. I moved them from the under the tree, and I think they really thanked me because they were in too much shade. They just were, and it was too dry for them. I think they just really weren't very happy, but they're doing really nice this year. And I have one there, and then I have one here. These are David Austin roses that are doing really good. Moved some hydrangeas from there, that was planted by the house under the trees here, and they're doing much better. They get a little more sun and then more moisture here for some reason, because it gets really dry where they were before. The Clematis are doing really good. They will start opening. Look at this one. It's already up here. It looks really nice. I have one here that it's very close to yeah, I can't remember what variety this was when we planted, but this one will open soon here too. It looks really pretty. And I'm hoping for this to climb on this fence. So it has some buds. Oh, and my ladybug rose from my friend. Look how glorious. It's looking really pretty right here. I have quite a few blooms. I can't wait for it to go and cover this entire pergola in one point. And we still have to work on this project, but you know, it's all budget related, so we have to kind of do what we can. Anyway, that's looking really nice there. Rhododendron is looking good. Okay. So, and I had another rhododendron roses and wine that was opened here for a while. You can see it's already fading away, but it was really beautiful. It's doing really good, this one. There is another one here that's opening already. It has buds, but you can see there's a nice purple one. It's looking really good. And Here we have our, this is another Azalea, deciduous variety, and I love this variety. These are my favorite, the yellow one. I planted a couple more last year of this variety, and I stumbled on another one just recently, which was in Lidl, and it was a really good price, so I purchased that. I don't know what variety that is, like what color it is, because it looks like it was mixed colors on it on the label, so it didn't say what variety. But or I'm sorry, I know the variety, I just didn't know the color. So I got one for this garden here as well, and I think I'm going to add more of these. They're so stunning. They're just really stunning. And all the hydrangea arborescens, these are incredible hydrangeas. They're all coming to their own, looking really pretty. So they're looking really, really nice here. And we have another rhododendron here that it has lots of buds. Hopefully it will open as well. We'll see how this one will do. Oh, there is a little clematis here that I need to move. There was another one, I planted two clematis here, and they just didn't really do well. This one comes back, you can every year, you can see it's looking really good and healthy, but then it dies back. I think it gets a little too dry underneath this hydrangeas and not enough light, so I'm going to move that with the other one, which was here. And that, because that's doing really, really good. It really took off the minute I moved it, because here I planted David Austin Rose, Princess Margarita, Crown Princess Margarita, and this one will probably do well. Usually they say they don't need a lot of light. It's not in the shade, it's still in a light, but especially in the morning it gets quite a bit of a sun, so I think it will do well here. And Japanese maple is doing really pretty. We planted this just about a couple of weeks ago. This is a variety Senkaki with a beautiful coral bark. You can see I love this variety, so it's looking really nice. I think that's pretty much what's going on in a garden today. The climbing rose is doing really good. This is a climbing rose Eden. You can see it has lots of buds on it. So it's getting ready to have his first flush of flowers. Looks very nice. This one is a Claire Renaissance, and you can see this year is doing really good. I planted this last year. So yeah, everything is coming together. Look at this one. There is a beautiful roses here. This one is hybrid tea variety, and I have this maybe planted about right when I started this bed. Maybe it was like 4 years ago or so. And I think this year so far they have been the best, because I've been here all winter nurturing, watering, making sure that they don't go dry. And you can see this bud, the color on this bud is already incredible. This is called Isabelle Haute-Cissier. It's a French hybrid variety. It's very, very beautiful. I have 4 or 3 of this variety here. And then I have a David Austin Rose that I planted right here. It's the Boscobel. I'm very excited about this, and it has lots of buds on it also, so I'm very excited to see the flowers. Everything is just doing really good this year. Just everything is doing very nice. So one of our viewers was asking me yesterday what is in the back of our house, and she's like, she wanted to know, because I always show our garden here, and I just wanted to walk over really quick to show you what's there, and our house from the back side, and so that way you guys can see what is out there, because it's kind of a mysterious area for everyone. There is not much going on in that area, because I have been concentrated to develop gardens here. I kind of would like to slowly start working in the back, but unfortunately I have to seek, because it just requires so much water, and water is very expensive here. As far as we know, there might be some water in the backyard that we can dig well, but we are kind of not there yet. It's going to be expensive to get that done. But this is our back side of the property. You can see there's really not much here. We basically just come over, we cut the grass. There are beautiful large pine trees here that we try to maintain. That needs to be still like lots of dry branches and stuff that needs to be cut. So but this is our house from the back side that it's looking really nice. It's a really beautiful property on this side. I need to go ahead and cut the hedges. Usually they are cut neatly, and I was going to do that, but again, we had friends, I didn't get to it. So we cleared out some things, and honestly, we don't even know our property lines really, and I believe it goes inside of these trees. So we had some realtors we're working with to see maybe they can help us to determine our lines of our property. So then I can go ahead and start clearing out and planting things to define the lines on a property. So in case I want to start gardening and stuff here. But anyway, this is kind of what's going on. There's not much really going on this side. George just cuts the grass. I trim our shrubs. Eventually, I'm going to remove all of this because I really don't like it. We are going to widen our pathway there a little bit, hopefully, and then I actually would love to just make gardens here. So that's kind of what's going on. If for all of you guys that are curious and what's going on in the back, this is what's basically going on in the back. Hope this answers your question. Let me know if you have other questions about the property and stuff, but that's kind of what's going on. All right, well, let's go ahead and plant the boxwoods really quick. I need to throw some of these eggshells around for the slugs, and then that will conclude our video for today. Let's go. Hey everyone, so I went ahead and planted my boxwood. So what I did is amended the soil with the sand, and going forward, anything that I plant, I am trying to mix sand into my soil because I've learned my lesson the hard way. I wasn't very familiar with this area, and you know, it takes sometimes when you're in a new area, it takes sometimes to really get hang of it and try to figure out the soil and environment, etc. So I realized that if I have a really clay soil, and even if I amend it with the compost and stuff, it still doesn't really it still gets compacted. It doesn't get loose unless you mix so much of it, and it's kind of impossible for me to do that with in such a big area in this area. So what I'm doing now, every time I plant, I'm going to incorporate sand, especially for the boxwoods. They really don't like sitting in a saturated water area where it's super clay and it holds water for a long time. They really like to have it well drained. So that's kind of why I amended the soil where I planted them. But going forward in my downtime, I am going through bed by bed, and all the areas that there are no plants around the plants, I am just kind of working the soil with some sand to make sure that I get better drainage. It really helps. It really helps. So I'm going forward, I'm always going to incorporate sand in my clay soil. So if you have a really real clay soil where it just water really sits, keep amending it with sand or some grits and things like that. That would really work work the soil to give it a good drainage. So, and then I had some campanulas here, for example, these ones, they were kind of on the way of where I wanted to plant the boxwoods in order to be symmetrical or the same distance. So I went ahead and moved them in between the boxwoods, and I've been trying to get them naturalized for a long time. They do spread. You can see like right here, they're starting to spread a little bit, but it takes them time because here is kind of a shady area. I don't think it gets enough sun for them to really spread around. But what I really would like to do is just kind of spread them on these edges, kind of like I've done with the creeping Jenny here. That's what I want to do with this campanulas, because this season, like in the around June or so, they have this beautiful blue kind of purplish color, and I really like that to go around the edges as a ground cover. So that's kind of what I'm trying to work here as well. I think going forward I probably will add more of the campanulas on the edges. Hopefully they will get really nice and thick. So that's about boxwoods. I need to come and water them. I haven't watered it yet. Need to give them a good soak after I plant it. But really quick, I want to go ahead and spray some of these eggshells around, because my water it's going to rain again. As you can see, like right here on this spotlight hookers, looks like there is a damage, like a slug damage. You can see that's a slug damage. So I'm going to sprinkle some around and see if that would work. Now this is a good fertilizer for the plants anyway. It doesn't hurt the soil, but improves it, and it kind of deters the slugs from getting in there. The same I'm going to do here as well. Now, for any questions about how I prepare these eggshells, I just go ahead and put them in an oven, bake the eggshells. I collect all my eggshells, bake them in the oven, and then just put them in a food processor. It gets really dry in the oven. Then it's easy to crush them in a really small pieces like this, and I just throw them around, and it really has made a big difference for me. So let's see. I need to throw around this clematis. It's a clematis here that they like to come in. Okay, and this will conclude today's video, you guys. I hope you liked the video. There wasn't a whole lot, but I wanted to at least capture everything that's going on and beautiful in the garden. Please don't forget to subscribe to my videos. If you like them, share with your friends if they're gardeners, and please message me and ask questions if you have. I always love reading your messages. So have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.